Oh, the construction continues. However, I'm going to go up on the sidewalk. Why not? Why not? I was supposed to run with Dan today, but I've decided against it for several reasons. One reason being, I think I've got an ear infection. Well, why are you riding a bike, boy? You got an ear infection! I've got some ear covers on. That is why. And cycling isn't that strenuous on the body for me. Dan and I have been doing a 10K almost every Wednesday, and I've been pushing myself to make sure that my average pace is below 5:30. So our runs have been pretty good for me. Pretty strenuous. Now I know we don't have to go out there and kill it. Duh. But even if it's a little slower, it's still not as hard as cycling, in my opinion. Plus I got the Festive 500 coming up, which means I gotta get ready. Festive 500, you say? I heard tell of this. Please, refresh my brains. Well, the Festive 500 is where you try and ride 500 kilometers between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Something I'm going to attempt, and something I've never been able to successfully complete. Boo-hoo. Something always comes up. Either lack of motivation, bad weather, sickness. Boo-hoo. Yes. And the irony is, I'm always on holidays during this, and I'm typically alone because Caleb and Linda go to Alberta. So I really don't have an excuse when it comes to available time. I really don't. Anyway, this year or two, I've got vacation and lots of it. Linda and Caleb are staying home because of COVID-19. So I've got no excuse. Unless the weather turns to shit or I become sick, there's no reason I can't get this done. And I'll make a video of it. I believe I made some videos of it last year, which is hilarious because, as I've indicated, I didn't finish it. I think I got 300K. Oh well. We'll see. So that brings me to why I'm cycling instead of running today. Take it easy on my body and just get in bike shape. This challenge starts next week, I believe, already. It's the 16th right now. My hands are cold. The trick is, for warm hands, you have mitts on, like these, that are windproof. Not waterproof. They're windproof. But the trick is to wear little gloves on inside of them, which I have brought with me. So we shall pull over and put them on. I hope everybody's enjoying my trail rant series. It seems like they are. I'm getting about 100 views per video, which is decent. But they're all tongue-in-cheek, satirical, pointing fun at myself and a lot of the trail running stereotypes, which do exist and are legitimate. Alright. She pretty. Alright. I'll pull off here and get my little gloves on. Anyway, yeah. Just poking fun. And I just want to make people laugh right now because the Christmas season is here. People are not allowed to visit family because of COVID. And there are some very irresponsible people out there that are sadly going to do it anyways because of their sense of entitlement and selfishness. My parents aren't going to spend Christmas alone. No fucking way. How very nice. How very nice for you to have the luxury to do that. Meanwhile, at work, I have to work shitty shifts, 1:30 a.m. or 3 a.m. and wear a mask all day. And if that's not a reason enough to be ashamed of yourself, how about the people that are fucking dying because of this? And don't compare yourself, sorry, don't compare this to statistics. So and so, such and such many people die from this every year. We don't stop Christmas because of heart disease. Fuck off. All you're doing is finding a reason to justify your being irresponsible. God forbid anyone you know dies from a direct result of your self-centered attitude. Okay, fuck. Back to what I said. I'm just trying my trail rant videos. I'm just trying to get people to laugh for 1 minute a day. And maybe share it. Just so you can have a little break in this time of year. You know, a lot of people do suffer from seasonal depression, the shortening of daylight hours, the pressure of Christmas, the pressure of being alone at Christmas, the pressure of the unrelenting commercialism of Christmas that even I feel. The depression of having to go out there and spend money to have a holly jolly Christmas. And COVID-19. So yeah, I hope people are enjoying my videos. They are satirical, they're tongue-in-cheek. I have had 2 people ask me if anybody's direct messaged me, DM me personally to complain. They have not. They have not. Although there are a large part of my skits are directed at personalities that I know personally. No one has complained. I do welcome it, but I'm sure they know better. And to anybody who was actually genuinely insulted by some of my skits, well, maybe you can look at that as an opportunity for a little examination. Maybe you need to have a look at yourself and reevaluate what's meaningful in your life. What's more important in your life? Striving for that all-important vertical gain and that mileage, or nurturing friendships and relationships through meaningful interaction. It's a large part of why I left sort of the trail running community, and Strava, which is, in my opinion, a cancer. It's definitely a cancer for me, is it just wasn't rewarding as I had as it once was. And that's a window, a little insight into me, who I am. Things come and go in my life, and once I get bored of them or unfulfilled, I move on. So this is nothing new. It's all personal reasons. I don't like to stick at things that I'm finding myself forced to do inwardly. I don't like it. Rather, things happen pleasurably. So I move on. Right now, the trail rant videos are something I'm finding great pleasure in doing. And they are not going to be around forever. In fact, they're coming close to stopping. Coming to an end. A pleasurable end. But that's where I'm at. So yeah. Not big in the trail running scene. And you know, just for the record, I have found every sport that I participate in, to some extent, has the same characters. People who become absolutely obsessed in their chosen sport, and nothing else matters. Nothing. Friendships, marriages, anything. I've seen it in every discipline. And admittedly, I do too become obsessed in the beginning, but it doesn't last. I come to my senses and do a reevaluation of my life and what is meaningful to me. So don't think that I'm singling out trail runners. Although I do find a lot of them to be very self-centered people. They're certainly not as bad as the cyclists I've encountered in the lower mainland. Oh boy, cycling. I'm doing it right now. It's 7 degrees. I'm cold, but I'm loving it. Would I like someone else to ride with right now? Hell yeah. Sure would, but I tell you what, I don't know many cyclists who aren't arrogant, self-centered, gear-obsessed fucking pricks. So to that end, I will ride alone. Happily ride alone. I wish I didn't have to, but globally, that is the general nature of road cycling. Arrogant assholes who are trail runners aren't as bad, thankfully. Are you enjoying the video? This is going to be a 1 hour uncut video of me cycling and rambling on like an idiot. Maybe you can play it in the background while you're making dinner. I'm sure you're all social distancing. Yeah, I'll keep the profanity to a minimum, but I imagine you're what, 23 minutes into it already? Just a little fucking late. Isn't it curious how these sports I've been involved with all have very similar casts and characters? Now, don't get me wrong, I have no regrets, and I have certainly made some lifelong rewarding friendships from each group other than cycling. Actually, the road running, swimming, triathlon, which I guess involves all three, and trail running. I've got some genuine, heartfelt, solid, rewarding friendships. And I love them all. The ones who fall to the wayside and don't stick with me, well, peace unto you, and enjoy your own journey in life. I'll be just fine. Just like this hairy cow having a breakfast. Where's it lunch? I don't know when cows wake up. Maybe it's supper. It'd be supper for me. Yeah. My philosophy to friendships and relationships, it comes down to two things, really. Availability and balance. So I will initially make myself available to friendships, and if that availability is met with the returned equal or balanced availability, then we're gold. If I find that I'm putting in too much time and there is unbalance and availability closes off on the other end, well, then I just move on. I just move on to whatever's next. Let's hang it right up here. And I wish them, anybody that I've had friendships with and it has sort of dissolved, I wish you no ill. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't do that. Oh well, I'll turn around. I wish you no ill will. It is only because of a shift in balance and availability that we have parted ways, and not out of anger or animosity. I believe you have to believe, I believe, you have to put stock and faith in your own value, and if it is not valued enough by other people to the extent that they will make availability to you, then you must move on. It's as simple as that. And find the next person. Because life is a journey. It's a nice little neighborhood. I like it. Really close to the river. It's beautiful out here. So lucky. Bell Acres Road. Huh. Yeah. I have friendships that are perfectly balanced, and that it just takes one text or phone call and that person is available for me to do whatever. But I also have one-sided friendships that are still valuable to me, but I don't put much effort into them. Whereas I am the person constantly reaching out, constantly texting, and trying to nurture or progress the friendship. So, well, we came in here. Oh well. Yeah, so I don't like those types of friendships, and I don't like the people that only get in touch with you because all of a sudden they need something. They need a favor. They need some of my time. I just don't have patience for those types of people. And you know what? No one should. If you're fond of New Year's resolutions, make that one of them. Cut out the needy people of your life. The people that only reach out to you when they need something. Get rid of them. You'll be blessed. Another personality that I hope you guys don't mind me babbling, because this is going to be a uncut, straight out video. Another personality I can't stand, and I will not reward with my accessibility, is people who always say, hey, let's do this, let's do that, text me, let's do this. No. No, no, no. And I know a lot of people like that. And I think it's just absolutely disrespectful. And they're just giving you lip service and they're not genuinely interested in doing anything with you. They're just putting on a fucking fluff show in the moment, and then they fuck off. If you want to do something with me, anything, run, cycle, swim, coffee, beer, you just have to text me and I am there. You reach out to me, fuck man, I'm there, no problem. But if all I ever hear is, oh, we should do this, we should do that, give me a call, text me, no, I'm sorry, but fuck you. Fuck you very much. Now maybe you're saying, well, why don't you do that then? They've asked you to do something. Why don't you turn around and text them? Well, because I have. And it's yielded, as suspected, 0 results. Because those people are just giving you fluff. They're giving you the proverbial blowjob without the finish. Yep, that's what they're doing. Now maybe I've been guilty of that, but I doubt it. I strive to not be the person who I hate. So therefore, if I want to do something with somebody, I will take the initiative and do it. I will text them. I will call them. I will email them. And show interest and set aside time. Now, if you're one of the people that are absolutely bored for something to do and have made it into this long, ask yourself if you are one of those personalities. And be genuine about it. Ask yourself, are you a fake friend? Are you a fucking fluffer? Do you say, let's do something, and have 0 intent on actually doing it? If you are, you need to stop. You need to not do that, because I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm probably not the only one who thinks you're a fucking joke and will never make an effort to have a friendship with that personality. I will be cordial, but there will be no fluffing from me. Oh. We just passed Tamahai Bridge there on this philosophical ride. I think as I got into my late 40s and now I'm early 50s, I've become very comfortable with who I am and my outlook on life and what gives me rewards where do I get a sense of value from? And let me tell you, the older you get, and this is true, and people my age and older can confirm, the older you get, the less you fucking care about bullshit in your life. So if you're in your, well, if you're anyone under the 50s and you wonder why people older than you seem gruff and uncaring, it's because we've made it to that milestone where we really don't give a fuck for all the bullshit that a lot of people come with. Am I wrong? Anybody who's made it this far? Are you in your 50s? Do you find what I'm saying accurate? That the older you got, the less you gave a fuck about other people's opinions, and the less patience you have with people's fucking stupidity? Raise your YouTube hand. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, right. There might be one person that made it this far. Old Milwaukee. Thanks for throwing your empty beer box out on the side of the road. You piece of shit. Interesting enough, we're going to turn around up here. We got another car behind me. I'm amazed at how busy this road is on a Wednesday afternoon. It's crazy. I'm going to turn around up here. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way to the cauldron. I'm going to turn around at the top of the hill. So today, I follow, let me set the scene. I follow this woman on Instagram. And she lives in my neighborhood. And I don't know her well. I've introduced myself to her personally whilst walking my dog near her house. And she's nice. She's very nice. But again, I don't truly know her. Maybe she's fucking psychotic. I don't know. However, she's single. So that means she's in the game. Hang on. Wait till this fucker goes by. So, she's in the game. The dating game. And she's sort of caught the attention of someone. And of course the natural thing to do is hook up on Instagram. Look at each other's Instagrams. What the fuck is going on there? Check each other out. So admittedly, she has said she goes out and she goes through these people's Instagrams to get a sense of who they are by looking at all the people they're following. I think that's smart. but it's also incredibly fucking dangerous. Because as we all know, social media will only be used to broadcast your A game. Okay? Now, some people aren't as bad as others, but unfortunately, it does exist. Can you still hear me? Oh, doing 43 kilometers an hour. Just coasting. No need to go nuts. So she says to me that sometimes she's shocked because these guys that she makes an acquaintance with and who are perhaps dating possibilities, they are following a lot of, let's just say, women that they lust after. Now, that strikes me as very interesting because, as you may or may not know, I love trying to figure people out. I love trying to figure out what makes people tick. I love the psychology behind people. Why do people do what they do? For example, if I'm a guy and I'm single and I'm gonna hand over my Instagram account to someone I'm interested in, do you think that I should have a Instagram account that's full of, that shows that I'm following all these lusty and pardon the language, fucking sluts on Instagram? You know, you're gonna check into my Instagram profile, start seeing who I follow, and it's nothing but Instagram whores, scantily. You think that's gonna get you somebody who's got some integrity and genuineness about them? Yeah, the short answer is no, you fucking dummy. So, anyways, that's what this friend of mine is encountering a lot. And she gets disappointed. But I guess it's good to find that out immediately and move on instead of wasting your valuable time. But isn't that odd? Like, as a single person in the game, you would do that. I mean, fuck it. Maybe you should have 2 Instagram accounts. One for your dating life. I don't know. I mean, that's equally dire. Is dire the right word? It's equally fucking deceptive. Well, not deceptive either. It's just wrong. But yeah, why would you do that? Hey man, you want to hook up? Yeah, sure. Let's exchange Instagram accounts. Sure. Well, I notice you follow about 400 women that are hardly ever dressed. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, that. Do me a favor, don't call me. I'll call you. But I digress, as usual. We were talking about how the internet is full of people who go out of their way to project a very specific image of themselves that is most often not true. So, as I said, I don't know this girl well enough, Perhaps she's one of them. But I get the feeling she's not. So that's good. But yeah, the internet is not a very genuine landscape, is it? And amongst the many, many things that I am attracted to about my wife of 18 years, by the way, next week, is she is genuine, but she is also a closed book. But she is genuine, and she is thankfully not a YouTube / Facebook / Instagram / multimedia participant. Thankfully. Fuck. I don't know. Oop. I'm supposed to check the lens more often for dirt. Anyway, she is very genuine, as am I. But that's where we differ, because I do participate, obviously, a lot in Instagram and a lot on YouTube. Facebook, I could give two shits about Facebook. I'm not actually sure why the fuck I still have a Facebook account. I've always said this. It is nothing but a fucking garbage pile. Just a dumping ground for shit and misery. And everyone that uses it should have a very hard slap across the face until it's fucking purple. And shame on you. Garbage dump. Anyways, that's how I feel about Facebook. But what you do see and hear of me on Instagram and YouTube, well, motherfuckers, that is the genuine, 100% real deal. And anybody who actually knows me personally can concur. They will be able to verify my statements. Oh boy. What a nice ride. What a nice fucking ride. Hey, what are you looking at? Yeah, you. What else? I know I might be sounding negative at the moment, but again, that's the true me. I've always been kind of a pessimistic, negative person, but maybe that's a byproduct of being genuine, I guess. Genuine to who I am. I got the sensibility and wisdom to tone down my bullshit as needed. There's just a lot of times I don't see that it's needed. Ha 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 ha. Ah. Anyway. Gosh, it's getting dark out already. We're gonna end up with about, I don't know, 30. You fat fuck. Whoops, did I say that out loud? Fat misery. Sitting in your van on your phone. Look at all those little kids. I'm sure this is grade school or something. Thompson Regional Park. That's where I very often walk bounce. Like tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday, being my days off, I take Caleb to school, and Bounce and I head out for a walk. Usually for about an hour. Today was Southside, Vetter Rotary. Tomorrow will be Thompson. And on the subject of tomorrow, well, I'm headed to Brentwood Mall in Vancouver area because I'm selling my Fuji film zoom lens, my 55 to 200. Got a good price for it, 600 bucks. I paid $650 for it 2 years ago, but I just can't make it work. It functions technically fine. It's a good copy. That's photographer speak about. It's sharp. There's nothing wrong with it. I just can't pull some good photos of it. So it's time to move on. Maybe I will turn that money into a GoPro Hero 9, because that's what I'm into right now. I don't know if the battery will last for this entire ride. I didn't bring a spare. So if it ends abruptly, well, that's what happened. I didn't get killed. Where are we at here? 20 kilometers. Almost a half marathon. With a very slow average. In the summer, and at the height of my cycling activity, I won't say training. Training ruins things. My cycling activity, I usually average about 30 and 32 on this road. But right now, I got nothing, which is just fine. Just fine, motherfucker. Got some new mud guards on this bike. Fenders, very easily removable, but they are lacking in coverage, and I will be taking steps to improve upon their design. I'm still getting splatters of mud. Things are in the works to improve upon their design. I think the back one's good though. It's this front one. I don't know why they didn't make it wrap around the entire front wheel. Oh well. I have to make sure that I check that lens. Nothing's worse than cutting a whole fucking video only to find out you had shit on the lens. Almost home. About 9 kilometers? No, 4. This is, if you run to this spot from my house, it's 8K return. Just over 8K return. Glad I wore my earmuffs. It's keeping the wind noise down and the wind out of my ear canal. Four and 5, 6. So this ride will be just under 30 kilometers. That's cool. So for the Festive 500 challenge, I have to do a minimum 62 kilometers a day. So basically twice today's average, or twice today's distance. So we're at an hour almost exactly. I'm gonna have to ride about 2 hours a day. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll take some days and do, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't know. There's people that go out and they do it in 24 hours. They'll go and ride 500 kilometers in one shot. Which, you know, is not a fucking bad idea. Is it? You're gonna get it done. And you can enjoy the holidays. I suppose. I don't know. Maybe some people really get off on that. Some people don't. You know, I wonder if I bought 2 of these front fenders and put one on this side of my forks and one on the other. Boy, that'd be some serious fucking wheel coverage. Because that's what I'm getting on my clothes right now is front spray off the front tire. It's spraying forth, and because of my speed, I'm overtaking it, and it's getting all over me. Not a lot, mind you. Huh. You know, well, maybe I'll clean this bike up later and take that fender off. That's the thing, is this front fender, it's fucking brilliant. It comes on and off like in seconds. So maybe I can do that. Look at this guy. Thief. Thief. You know why I call that fucking guy a thief? He's riding a $7,000 giant brand electric bike. Come on, you fucker. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Now maybe he's got $8,000 to spend on an electric bike, but it's my